Alright guys, it's Nova Drewy, and I'm just gonna start uploading more Warzone content, but I and you know that I'm only level 55, but I just need, like, as you can't see, but I'm in level only just 55, I'm commander. But I just thought this loadout that I've been using is so good and so consistent, I just need to share it, so let's go. So the loadout is the KSV and the Kilo. So I'm gonna give you the KSV. So I don't have everything unlocked, but this is just what I do have unlocked. So for the muzzle, you want the muzzle brake for that kick reset speed and first shot recoil control, just to get better accuracy. You want the long barrel for that damage range. Even though it's the only one I have open, I feel like it's probably like one of the best ones. Other than like the reinforced barrel. Yeah, probably. Long barrel would probably be the best. Vertical foregrip. You could use Ranger for like better movement, but I just use the vertical foregrip. Since I don't have the Ranger foregrip unlocked, I use the vertical just because the horizontal recoil control is just probably the worst thing about the KSV. It just pretty much just fixes it. Extended mag 1, I would use like probably extended mag 2, but I only have 1 unlocked. And you could use 1 even if you have all of them unlocked, just because it's better for movement, and it gives you better for movement, and it gives you like still more ammo than just base. And I'll use the quick draw grip. I would use ergonomic, but obviously I need level 41, so almost max level, and I just don't have that. So quick draw gives you aim down sight speed and jumping aim down sight speed. When assault gives you jumping sprint to fire speed and sprint to fire speed. I think this is a little bit better just because it makes the handling better. So I use the quick draw, and I don't really use not these. I would use recoil springs when I unlock it. I probably will. And I would probably switch it out for the quick draw grip just because of how little it does. And now the Kilo. This is literally probably the best Kilo build that you can get. Except for one thing, which I don't have unlocked. The Volsky Reflex. Some people say that I need to take off the Volsky for the iron sights. But I just don't like the iron sights, and I feel like the Volsky Reflex is just such a good optic for literally any gun. Next, the muzzle brake. This is the best one that I have unlocked, but I would use the monolithic suppressor. I am trying to get that through the armory, but now I just currently have the muzzle brake on. Long barrel. It's the best one that I do have unlocked, and could be considered literally like the best one like there is, other than reinforced. Because reinforced does damage range and bullet velocity, but this only does bullet velocity. But it has 3 checks for bullet velocity, while this only has 2 for each. You could say it's better. I'm gonna stick with the long barrel. Vertical foregrip. I used to use the G grip. Because the vertical foregrip is just so much better. Could use the Ranger if you want. I personally don't I don't have it unlocked yet. I probably will switch to it because I only need level 31 and I'm level 29. I probably will use it, but for now the vertical foregrip is the way to go just because of how I personally use it. And then recoil springs. If you use recoil springs with vertical foregrip, muzzle brake, and long barrel, I'm not even gonna pull down. Look at this. I have this out, the Kilo. I'm not even pulling down at all. Look down here. No recoil. I'm just pressing the aim in button on my mouse. I'm not even pulling down. Like, look at this. Look at this. You can't do that on anything else. So say, look, get him low, boom. I'm gonna be playing some Resurgence casual. I tried to play Resurgence like normal. I just think that I don't play enough, and I'm not good enough to play it. When I play a lot more and get a lot better, I definitely will. Swagger, that's low-key clean. I'll need to get Modern Warfare 3 just so I can get like this. Or probably just Art the Clown. They got Rhea Ripley? Nice. Modern Warfare 2. No celebrities. Does. No, yeah, no celebrities. This. Celebrities, I guess you could say.
We've got a job to do.
I'm gonna actually use Adler. No, actually, I'm gonna use Todd.
I was totally acting in self-defense.
Yep, totally self-defense. You know. Customize. I don't have. Ooh, cannon toss. I'm gonna use that. Cannon toss. Sorry. I've never used cannon toss, so we're gonna have to see. I personally think Warzone, just the current state, because obviously I still love Fortnite because it's like what I started uploading on. It's still really fun, don't get me wrong, but
we're headed to the
I
war
just
zone.
feel like Warzone,
Get geared up
like the
and
current
stand
state of
by.
Fortnite is so boring. So I feel like Warzone is fun.
All stations, this is Shadow 01. Deployment to the war zone has been authorized.
I really don't know if like I don't know if it's considered YYing if you want Google Mouse, but you can do the same movements as YYing keyboard and mouse, but I don't know if it's actually YYing because on controller obviously you press Y and it gives you a speed boost, but on the keyboard it doesn't. But it still pretty much like makes you speed boost. So would it be considered like YYing? I don't know. Some people do consider it YYing.
If it wouldn't rain, and I'd be kicking your ass right now.
Like not pressing Y.
Enemies dropping into the AO.
But like, I personally do consider it YYing just because you're doing the same thing. It just doesn't give you the same effects. Nope. Like you're doing the same thing. You're switching your guns really, really fast, and it makes you pretty much invisible. Not like invisible, but like if you're moving around someone like this, they're not hitting you. And it's the same on controller. But in controller, it just gives you speed boost, which makes it harder for them to hit you. It's still just as hard for them to hit you, but it gives you, in controller, it gives you different advantages and disadvantages, but on keyboard, it gives you different disadvantages and advantages. And if you would consider it YYing, would you consider it better to YY?
Enemy soldier incoming.
I would personally consider it better to YY.
Your squad mate is redeployed.
Because it's
Well
just
done.
so much easier. And if you get the hang of it, you're not gonna be up. You're just not gonna stop. People are just not gonna be able to hit you. And it looks like you're just macroing on control. Because if you're good enough to make it look like you are YYing on control,
Mark remaining operators from that squad. Hunt
that's
them
what a lot of
down.
people actually do think when they see a keyboard and mouse player. Don't get me wrong, there's very few keyboard and mouse players,
Enemy destroyed.
but the ones
Use your
that
tac
are,
map to hunt down the
are,
rest of them.
not necessarily bad, but controller players are generally better just because of how many there are compared to keyboard. That's just my opinion, but yeah, you can trick people to think that you're just crazy at YYing controller, and you're just good at YYing on keyboard, which is, I've tried controller, it's so much easier.
All squad mates are in the safe
It
zone.
may just be because I don't play any
Gas
games
is
on
moving.
controller. I used to play on controller on like the Nintendo Switch, but when I started like playing like shooters, I've always played on keyboard for the shooter. Other than like once, and I like had to. It was like someone, cause this guy brought an Xbox over. And I played Call of Duty for the first time ever. I was absolutely trash. I didn't know anything about the game.
Stop.
At the time, because I was like 5 or 6. So I was like, because this wasn't Warzone.
Enemies are dropping into the area.
Back when I was like 5 or 6, when it
Good kill.
wasn't Warzone.
Marking the rest of that squad as your back
I
man.
really don't know. I have no clue what it was. But I was using like the 1v1 me bro. Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. Or it's called like 1v1 me bro. I was playing that because that's what he would always play. He gave me like an AK, not like a AUK, I think. I forget. I really have no clue.
Loadout drop headed your way.
I don't know. I don't think I have the car, but I have the car 90. It should be like modern warfare 2. I don't know, but right here, and I'm